Hey, it's Random Code here, and today I want to showcase how we can add a custom component to Scene Builder, allowing us to use Scene Builder with these custom components to then drag and drop and set up our UI. So the setup we have is that in a few videos I've showcased how we can create custom components. For example, here we have this mode button is what I call it, which can be turned on and off. It then has some kind of mode. The problem is, if I wanted to take this hello view, which for now just very simply just contains our mode button. But if I wanted to open that in Scene Builder, if we just showcase here, I would open a new project, open recent if it's here, it's actually not here, but open here. Here is my hello view, this is this one. And if I then try to open it, it tells us that we have an invalid fxml document, which is because it contains this mode button, which is not recognized as a component in basic JavaFX. What we then need to do is that we need to add this library, more or less. We need to think of it as a library. We can then simply do it by, I'm using Maven, so I would just do a clean install, which will then remove all our output from our build. I will then install the project, meaning it's more or less the same as running and creating a full jar file. We can then actually very simply take this jar file, we just simple type jar file, and let's just do it all the way, open in Explorer. We then here have our target folder. This is like the output of our project when it's being built. If we then inside Scene Builder, click on this little cogwheel next to like the libraries area, and we custom library folder reveal in Explorer. We now have these two positions. So inside user, my name, app data, roaming, Scene Builder, they go into library, and we then simply copy paste our jar file from our project. We then add our entire project as a library to Scene Builder, which should then, if we go into Scene Builder, it's just a random page. But if we then look at, there's now a custom tab. And inside this custom tab, we actually have our mode button. And we should then actually be able to drag and drop. And you can here see actually the mode button, and it defaults to being active and inactive. And you can actually see the text fields over here of active text, inactive text. And we can drag and drop it. And because it's built on top of a button, it has both of the same functionality, but some custom functionality as well. So now if we try again to open this hello view like that, we're actually now able to open, and we can see we have this mode button, and we could use this UI Scene Builder to change different settings if we wanted to. But one thing to note is that because if we went to a new project and we still have this custom setup added to Scene Builder, it would not automatically be added to the project itself. So we could now, starting a new project, use these mode buttons, but if we did not actually also add this mode button library as a dependency, then it wouldn't work. So we could either, we do it very manually, we could have some kind of, we could put this on GitHub, we could use the GitHub repository as a dependency through Maven, or we could push this entire project to some kind of Maven repository and then have a dependency. Or we could manually take this mode button and add it in a folder somewhere in the new project. We're now able to use our mode button as any other component in Scene Builder with JavaFX. And this should be very clear that this is very much the beginning, more or less, of creating a complete library for JavaFX. We do it in this way, we simply just have a bunch of classes, which then extends some kind of base JavaFX functionality. And we would then just probably avoid having, in here we can still run it. So we have this application, hello application, extending application, and we have a controller, we probably just delete those. And then simply have a Java file containing a bunch of JavaFX extending functionalities. And we could then simply put it somewhere to some repository. People could depend on it. They could add the Java file to the Scene Builder, and with a more or less full functional JavaFX library. So I hope you enjoyed this quick showcase of how to create, how to more specifically create JavaFX libraries and how we can add these libraries to JavaFX to then use this UI to actually drag and drop and a bit more easily create our use of interface. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and wish you all a wonderful day.